All right, guys, what's going on YouTube? It's hurricane season right now where I'm at, and things have gotten extremely tough. I was on the up and up for a little bit. I'm checking in right now, and you can see the date of when this is being posted. This is, what are we, October 2024 now. I just had a really good thought that I wanted to share with somebody, anybody, the rest of the world, whoever's watching that's going through this. I understand how things look on the outside and the body, right? But you also have a mind, which is a brain. Okay, so there's psychology, right? So you're thinking. Okay? Now, let's just leave it with how it looks, right? I don't look good right now. My skin is having rashes, okay, from not being able to get clean water. And I'm going to get cleaned up here, hopefully. I'm able to stay with a family member for a little bit, and it was a journey to get here, and that's a whole nother video. But you know, bus to bus to bus to bus, trying to get, you know, temporary work and make a little bit of money, making it to the grocery store. All that is actually very difficult, especially even during a hurricane. Some people have complained just when they even have a car how hard it is. I'm still saving up for one. Sorry, I look terrible right now. I know I don't look too good, but my main message is you can still be mentally healthy even when you don't look like you're healthy. If you just looked at me, I would say this is a drug addict, or this is somebody who doesn't care about how their skin looks, or without communicating aloud. Or I'd say, oh, he's ugly. Or I'd say he doesn't take care of himself. He doesn't care about his health. Or I'd say he's lazy. I'd say he can work, he just doesn't want to. He wants to just live in America like a selfish kid or whatever. So the point of the message here in America is how it looks on camera is not always, even if you narrate it. So when you watch a movie live, right? And there's thoughts that are going on in my head in the background right now, because we know my mind's always racing. But when you watch a movie live, right, you don't know how it was recorded until you were there and a part of it and facilitated it. Like, think about how when you watch something and how it was directed, right? So when I was younger, I wanted to be an actor, and I studied each role. Cameraman, each roles of each person, right? Because I wanted to figure out my purpose in life, because I've always studied other people's careers, but I could only get certain jobs because I've had a condition of anxiety and depression and insomnia my whole life. These conditions have held me back from getting certain jobs, because you can't show up to an interview anymore and be the guy that, oh, I dropped out of Harvard, I went and slept on bench to bench to bench and started an LLC from the ground up here in America. You can. I'm not saying that you can't. It's very well possible, and people know that. So when people know that and then they see me, someone trying to do everything that they can, and someone who's alone, this is why I don't beg on the side of the street, and I like to just be left alone. Why would I try and either way, whether how I look good or bad, and I have had to, and I have made it to where I needed to get here. But it was hard to get that $5 looking how I looked when you get unhealthy, or even when you are healthy. You don't do it that way. That's when you start to try and work, or you get to the next level. These are stepping stones, but people don't understand why certain people are working, or they're in certain positions, and or how it looks, or how their life went, because of their own life experiences. People aren't going to be able to understand how things went when this person believes this, and there's so many things that went on. You're just going to have to know who you are, your own subject experiences, and just maybe try not to be so judgmental on other people's lives, because how do I loop this in with money? I don't need money. You need money to live, but I don't really care about money. I do want money someday, but I don't want to make it look like all I want is money either, because that's not happiness. I've been happier with a little bit of money, and this is just excluding a disability or anything for that matter. And this is it's totally this whole video has gone off on a tangent, and I'm trying to. It's like I have ADHD almost, but sorry, hang on, I'm drawing a blank. But the moral of the story here is on, and I feel like terrible. I don't feel like making this video, and I know it looks disgusting, and I'm not gonna put on a filter and make it look a certain way. Honestly, if this was a podcast, this might have been a little better, right? But I didn't want to hide my face, and I don't mean that in an egotistical way. And I don't mean that in a way that I think I'm the most attractive man. And I don't mean that in a way that I think I'm the ugliest man. And I don't even think that that matters. I think that personality matters. And that's something that I always knew. I don't care if you're a transgender or gay. I don't really care about your beliefs. Whatever made you happy, as long as it's morally and as long as it's not going to affect somebody else's happiness, that's fine with me. And if that affected your happiness, I'm sorry. And if that affected your happiness, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we should just leave each other alone. That would be me. Did you see how I could look at a really hot chick or woman, my dream girl? What would she look like? I don't know what she would look like. I know how I would want her to be. Picture this in the old days. As a military man, right? you and this is gonna offend a lot of people. I'm sorry I wasn't alive, but this is how I picture it. The guy goes, I'm wording it wrong already. The male leaves, right, in war, back then, back in Nam, right, or whatever, however it went. I'm not trying to sound like a kid. I don't want to go over the rules of society. I don't think the rules of society are the way to go with that. I'm not going to touch on that. That's a touchy subject. The thoughts that are going in my head with how I should word it and how I wanted to word it went too fast to where I couldn't word it. If that makes any sense. So anyways, we're at 7 minutes 32 seconds here, 33. This is probably going to be one of my longer videos. Definitely one of my not one of my best ones, but like I said, not all of these are going to be good and dandy and happy. And as you can see, my hair is falling out again from stress. I don't smoke nicotine. If anything, it's just CBD and Delta if I can ever, afford a little bit of it. But, when I don't, I get really stressed out, and, I get bad sleep. I can't stay up, so cannabis isn't for everyone, or even CBD or Delta 8, but if it helps your brain and you can function normally, and it doesn't work the same as alcohol or a pill or any other substance, because it's actually a plant that's grown from the earth. And I understand that there's other plants that can kill you, but this isn't a plant that can kill you when it's not genetically modified. And this is starting to become a marijuana video and a medicational video as well, just because of the fact that I said that, right? So we can go on a tangent of back and forth on what should be done and how things should be done and how I think things should be done, where I think the economy, society, socialism, and I'm going to be careful with what I tiptoe around here as we're getting close to, because I am still waiting on my disability, actually. That's why I'm still in my position, by the way, for people that don't understand why I can't work, hold down a full-time job, why I've been losing jobs, why I can only work for certain people, and why this process is taking longer and longer and longer, and why it's getting more confusing, and why it's getting more confusing. So that at the end of the day, my morals from the beginning, I don't want to lose them. Whatever your morals were, and this is going to hurt me, I don't know that you should lose them either. But I want you to know that other humans feel pain. Everyone goes to the bathroom. Females have female organs, male have male organ parts, right? Um, uh, you know, just adult stuff, right? I got to be treated like an adult. That way, the next generation will understand the adult, if that makes sense. I'm gonna end the video right now. It's over 10 minutes. So yeah, to sum it up, things have been a roller coaster ride. I can't talk about how everything because it's not YouTube friendly. However, my best advice here while I'm here, as a healthy young single man, yes, I consider myself a man. Do I sound like a child? Probably. Do I look like one? Yes. Is there a man in here still? Yes. Is my man hurting? It hurts a lot. Very often. Does it make you look like a child eventually? Yes. Now, if I shaved my beard and I had a lighter voice at the moment, I know what. Let me picture like this. I know what the sick older guy looked like at work one day. I didn't say it aloud, but he kind of did look like a kid. But he just didn't feel good. He was white haired. He had like a runny nose, and he made him look like a kid. Why? Because he didn't blow his nose because he didn't feel good. But why did that happen? Just based off of the fact that his nose was running. Because he didn't feel good. Well, what if someone else made your nose not feel good? And then there's other people. There's a lot of people in the world, okay? So be careful who you surround yourself with, and be careful who. There's a reason why I stay alone, and there's a reason why I don't receive help, and I know that. But it's not fair, especially if you live in America. Because I was an American paying tax citizen, and everyone knows that. But they can show you video cameras of footage of dull moments of me, or me having a disability, or involuntary body movements, out in public, and people are making fun of me now because I'm attractive. Okay, well, maybe now I'm not attractive. Now what do I look like? See? Now they make it look like I'm a drug addict or something. So how do you stay healthy? You stay yourself. And mentally healthy is mentally healthy. And this is my mentally healthy. I don't care how I'm not thinking about how the jerk off is jerking off to me, or however, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. At some point, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you got to care. Yes, you have to do something. But when do you ask for help? Who do you ask for help for? And who helps you? You know what I mean? And at what point do we actually get help? And when does it look like I was trying to help myself? And when doesn't it look like I was trying to help myself? I don't know. All I know is it's a new day. Let me sprinkle in a little positivity here. It's a new day. It's a life is a roller coaster. And I just choose not to give up, and I hope I give other people hope, because there is hope out there. But you just got to be smart. Moral of the story is if you got a good family and you love your family, man. Just love your family. Keep the people you love to you close. Tell them you love them now. Seriously, you guys might understand that someday. It does sound corny and cheesy, but there's a way for people to kind of make you realize anything, to be honest. But at the end of the day, life is tough for everyone, man. And it can looks can be deceiving. Looks can be deceiving, is all I'm gonna say. So, but I'm working on right now. I'm hoping to get, just shelter. Like I want a house is my goal, and I want to prove that the American dream is still real, right?
What is it about me that no one respects?
Because I had a dream.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a new
No,
haircut.
but
Changing stuff up. Maybe getting like
that is pretty interesting. I did notice a lot of my help is off of MLK.
you know, short.
All right, well, we're in 15 minutes now. I just needed somebody to talk to, kind of venting, and this does help more in therapy, not because I come to my own conclusions, because like I said, I still respect your opinions at the end of the day. You know, whether you're Christian, Catholic, whatever religion, but you're gonna get to a point to where you've been through so much to where you just want to focus on yourself. And when you were somebody that just always focused on yourself, and you had goals to get to a certain point in your life, but your life works like a stock market because you always wanted to have your own business, but you can't because you know business like nobody's business. Life gets tough. But how do I receive help and how do I make it look good is what I'm kind of struggling with on my aspect of things. So I don't have the answer to that. I would just say that know that somebody knows your struggle that you're going through. And I don't have the perfect answers. I don't get to choose this for me. I don't get to choose this necessarily, but some things you do, and it's kind of up to you, and that's just life. So I know that I do what I'm supposed to do, and if I didn't, I know that humans aren't perfect, right? So that's all I'm gonna say. Humans aren't perfect. I'm still doing what I can. Thank you for the GoFundMe donations. I did not want to leave those out. Those did help. Believe it or not, through the hurricane season for sure. I am on the way to still saving up. I am saving money. I have money. Um, I have been able to stay at shelters, for very cheap. And like I said, I'm receiving help, so I'm very blessed to be on a pillow tonight or today. And I'm gonna try and get some rest. Try and get caught up on some rest because you do need a time to repair eventually, especially in a hotter state or a colder state, or it can be tough when you're shivering or if you're sweating or if you're stuck in a situation, right? How do you make it look good to where how do you get back on your feet? There's a system here, but why is it failing me every time? That's what people are they don't understand here, why. And some people do understand why. And I do understand why, but I don't understand how to handle it either. I just know who I am. That's all I can say. I just know that I'm happy with being by myself. I just know that you do need to talk, even when you don't have anyone to talk to. And I just want to feel who I am, and I want to have my own thoughts, and I want to have them clean, and I want to have them I don't want to have to think like anyone else. I just want to think like myself, and I want to be left alone. And it's been like that for a very long time. It's been over a year since I been waiting on my disability. I have been able to work. Yes, I've worked for Amazon. I've worked for Nissan. I've worked for many jobs. I've had driving opportunities, warehouse. I've worked in family businesses were my first ones I started out for, which I don't want to get into at all. If you don't know, Jay has a family tree, is all I'm going to say. It's, my family gives me a headache. How about that one? And the holidays aren't any easier for me. But I choose not to smoke or drink. If anything, I'm going to smoke some marijuana. That's it. smoke some marijuana or some Delta 8 when I can, or CBD. You know, that's my healthy. That's what I go to. Right? I'm not gonna go to alcohol and or sex and gamble. That's just not my healthy type of thing. And I understand if people don't like marijuana and that doesn't go to you, but for me, what keeps my brain healthy and what keeps me happy and feeling normal sometimes is you know, CBD or whatever has you. So whatever, because it is slightly psychoactive, so it will help you think a certain way. But anyways, without getting too much off topic, I'm gonna have to edit out this video. We're gonna cut it out like 20 minutes just because I got a headache. Either that or I'm gonna post it like this just to show that I didn't edit anything out, because my goal was to do that. It isn't easy to go on and do a 30-minute video with no mess ups and no takes. I did just take my medication, so I am feeling like I can always explain myself, but there's moments, right? And you need to take advantage of those moments in a positive way. And anxiety does tell you that you need to do that, and anxiety is good. You don't want to eliminate your anxiety, but there's a threshold to where you can only handle so much. So what do you do when you do what you're supposed to do and you can't handle much more? So without making me look too lazy, right? I'm doing what I can right now, even in this moment when I don't feel like doing anything. I could just totally lay down right now and go to sleep or watch Netflix, or, you know, because I'm with a family member that has, I'm not going to show the apartment, but, you know, I'm in an apartment, dude. I feel rich, and I'm in America. No, my dad has money, okay, and I don't have a big family tree, but my mom didn't always grow up with a lot of money, so I understand both sides, right? But some family members can't help other, are afraid to help other family members, and if people are afraid to help other people for some reason, but how do I receive help when I'm not afraid to help anyone? I don't care about the ego of, oh, do I have a booger in my nose right now? Like, I get how to do YouTube, but I know the guy that's, oh, hey, guess what, guys? I just learned an amazing trick. Do you want to learn how? Watch this. I'm going to show you how you can make $1 million. I don't want to do it like that. I know it'll work. I know I could make $1 million like that. I can make scams. I don't want to do it like that. I don't want to be a millionaire like that. I don't even want to say a millionaire. I'm not trying to be a millionaire. I'm just trying to survive. I was fine with it being a middle class, and I never made more than 30 grand a year. And I am in my 20s. I'm a 90s baby. Okay? I know how America works. I'm not an idiot kid. All right? I know other countries as well. And I know human beings are all the same. They're different. They have different brains and bodies. Right? Without getting into religious and spirits and other supernatural things that I may or may not know about life, as a good human being, single man that's fine with being a single man and being left alone, if that offends anyone, but, and I'm sure it didn't, because right now I don't look good, but I felt kind of good a second ago just because I got something off of my chest. And if that offended you, again, I'm sorry. And if just saying that offended you, I kind of don't care then. You see, I don't know. Why is he laughing then? Am I allowed to laugh? That was the point I wanted to get to. At some point, you're going to have an emotion. See how I don't feel good? How I talked about it? Like a regular human being that can talk aloud, fine, into his phone and try and clean up when he knows that a lot of screwed up stuff are happening around him that he's doesn't know how to handle by himself because he's trying to help himself. The moral of the story is when you get to a point to where you can't help you just yourself, you have waited too long to even ask for help. That's what I learned. It's a good thing you don't always need help, right? Sometimes not asking for help is good help. Sometimes you do need to go through things by yourself. And I do want to go through things by myself. I don't want to go through anything with anyone. I wish I could be shipped away to NASA like a monkey experiment in Mars, right? Just to say it lightly. Okay. I want to be left alone. That way I can have a reset button and go in shelters or whatever. And this isn't even a medication detox thing because I waited as long as I could to get on the medication. Okay. And there's records for all of this, and these have all been submitted. So why is it taking so long when you put all that into consideration, when you see that I'm an American paying tax citizen and that I have done everything that I'm supposed to do? And I'm not trying to be the most successful person in the world. I don't care. I'm not money hungry or power hungry. I don't care if that's what America is and if that offends you either. I don't care. I don't care if I don't get to start my own family either. Those were some of my goals. But as my life gets harder, now I'm sacrificing who I am. And now I'm realizing my morals were the morals that you need to hold on to forever. And that you don't get to choose some things, but some things, when you get to a certain point, you do get to choose. And you'll be surprised what happens when you've been through everything 4, 5, 6, 7 times and you do it like an adult that's responsible and it doesn't work every single time. What are you supposed to do? It works. My way does work. But it doesn't make sense to everyone else. Everyone has their own journey. I don't know where my journey is. I don't plan my journey anymore. I just do what I can. I do what I'm supposed to. But I don't think that that's how America's supposed to be. And maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but because I have other countries in mind too. Because I'm mixed. I'm an American, and this is the Great American Melting Pot, and we invite everyone over here, which is great, right? I'm still a fan of most of the Declaration, which was written on hemp paper. Okay. All right, I'm trying to stay out of politics and all that, but I guess I'm financially frustrated because of how long I think that this has been taking, right? And some people say that, oh, you're not working. I have a temporary job that I made a couple $100, right? So I can get a place to stay, and now I can shower, and now I can get food, and blah, blah, blah. Now, because obviously I'm still alive and doing well, right? Because the point of me doing this is to show that you can do it. You can get through this alone, in a healthy way, to help others, because I'm a helper. Because that's what helps me. But how do I actually help so that way I can help myself? If that makes sense. Because I'm helping myself. And I have been asking for help. And things get better and things get worse. Try not to sound a certain way. Anyways, pretty good timing here without drawing a blank. almost 30 minutes in. All right, moral of the story is this: I was feeling down, and emotions go like this. Life goes on and on and on, right? but certain actions that you take do affect the world, and there are power in the words that you speak, right, aloud, and with those actions are also what makes the world go round and what things happen with. But when you can only see them on camera and when you're there live, that looks can be deceiving, right? And I'm doing that like an adult. I'm not doing that like a kid. But I'm just under a lot of stress, and this is me. This is how I kind of get healthier when I don't feel like I can work out and I don't feel like I'm hungry. Um, and I feel like my medication barely did anything that day. You know what I mean? Kind of one of those days where you have days like this, right? As a normal human being. Sorry if a normal human being offends you. As any human being. Now, when you have a condition, you're still going to have these days. Now, when you have that condition on a low day, and and life is as how it is, and people don't see that you have a disability because of how it looks on the outside, how do you understand that they have a disability? How do you explain that you can that you physically can work, but how do you explain that mentally you are having a hard time making enough money to survive where you grew up and where you knew that you could live and grow up? I'm going to end it there. 31 minutes, 45 seconds. Thank you for all the help, likes, comments, subscribes, notifications. I have noticed everything. I do not miss a blink. That's an insomnia joke there. As someone that knows that he stays up because he can't sleep, sometimes, what's funny is they're like, oh, you have insomnia. And I was going to end the video, but I think it's come and go with me. So they're going to like, oh, you have insomnia? And then they'll wait until you go to sleep, right? And they'll be like, oh, wait, I thought you have insomnia, right? So here's the thing with the insomnia, as someone who has insomnia, and if you figured it out yet, you're smart, even if you didn't have insomnia. But let me tell you something. Yes, eventually you get tired. But what you didn't understand about when I said I had insomnia was that I have irregular sleeping patterns. Okay? Yes, insomniacs, they do sleep. They have a hard time sleeping. So you want to know how sleeping patterns work, doctor or therapist? Because I sure do know how the REM sleep works. Excuse me. I need some water. If I could edit out the video, which I'm not a big fan of editing out videos. I like to see the whole raw clip. And I mean that, I had a weird thought because I'm a gentleman and I don't have sex, okay? I don't watch porn. And that thought kind of went through my head as a grown man that wants to have a family someday, right? His own family. Sorry, my life is kind of crazy there just because I had a little PTSD of my family, right? So, without getting too much off topic, whatever it is you're going through, whatever's holding you back in life, I know what mine was, and it was those three: anxiety, depression, and insomnia. Now, when you go on as a tough person that looks healthy and is physically healthy, and there's a reason why you do have some, I gotta go through each one. Anxiety is good for a reason, right? We all three have these, right? We all three have emotions. Depression isn't an emotion. There's gonna be 3 separate videos here. Depression isn't an emotion. Insomniacs do or don't sleep. And the third one, the third one, oh my gosh, I can't remember it. Why? Because, hang on, I'm drawing a blank. Insomnia, depression, see, anxiety, I didn't have it there. And I didn't there because I laughed it off. Because sometimes when you're nervous, you smile. But some cultures or some places might see when you smile it as you're laughing at them. So the moral of the story is we're all different. I'm not going to get mad at anyone until you hit me. Okay? Because that's going to hurt. And if you hit me, that's against the law. So I'm going to hit you back because that's self-defense. And I'm going to know what self-defense means and when to stop. Okay? Because there is a difference. So I'm going to let you know that now. As a grown man that knows that you're going to see me as a kid out in public. Alright? Now, I know I have a disability, and I know a lot of people know that I have a disability and that people aren't helping me. And that they're acting like I don't actually have a disability and that I didn't apply for a disability before my disabilities are getting even worse. Because there's some other weird things that are going on in the universe when you don't help someone that knows what to do, and when somebody else knows what to do and they do it first because the person that knew what to do wasn't in control, and now the person that's in control is in control of this person, and it's like I want to just be left alone. I just want to be left alone. I've always been a social introvert to where I know you need to be social and talk to people and that nature. That's why I'm talking loud right now, exercising my voice. So the other day I was singing, and my vlog you can kind of see when I was doing that in my last video. As I was hurricane prepping and I was out and about and it was busy and sometimes they say to sing like no one is watching, sing like no one's listening, dance like no one's watching, and something like no one's afraid, or let's talk like, or I can't remember, something like that. The moral of the story is I wanted to do it in peace, right? Because I have anxiety, but when I got to the point to doing it and singing, despite how it sounded, and you can look at that a few different ways, but I'm not going to sing right now. But I do like music, and I do have a decent voice when I have clean water and I'm healthy. Moral of the story is sometimes singing is the healthiest thing that I could do to get it out. And now I want to make music. See, so the moral of the story is talking about things, and things change when you have thoughts and talk. So things change really quickly. Like I said, I've received more help right now. I'm doing decent. I'm trying to make these videos longer as an experiment to see, am I getting views on shorts? Is it the longer videos? Is it the shorter videos? Is it when I look like I'm super healthy and happy? Is it based off of how I look with clickbait? Is it like, how did this channel go about? You know what I mean? Like, what is it really about? It's kind of, I'm still kind of experimenting on this mental health journey, as well as, no, I don't have the mental health journey quite down. I think I do. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help others, because that's what I feel like I know that I can do that, because I know I have saved lives growing up, because I understood mental unhealth. And when you do everything that you can, there's going to be a point to where you can do everything that you can do to be healthy. And let me put it this way. If I can't word it to where it's YouTube friendly. Let me put it this way. A baby can't take care of themselves. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. But I'm not a baby. And I can take care of myself.
Rocket dot, 10-point shot. Get it. Oh, hey, sorry about that. Ian Cortez would have made that. He would have made that one. These punks. We'll have somebody clean that up. There we go.
Guess who I voted for in 2000? Bush. Oh, my favorite band? Public Enemy.
Sorry, I got distracted there. All right, 40 minutes. I had an interesting few thoughts there. 40 minutes. Probably going to end it there. I don't want to make it too long. My goal is probably 30. But just to keep it short and sweet and simple, I'm thankful for everyone. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I at least helped one person here. Thank you for every single subscriber, every single view. Like I said, I'm thankful for everything. But don't shortchange yourself, okay? Be thankful for everything, but don't shortchange yourself, and try not to share your goals with everyone or anyone until you get there. Because I was somebody that did that growing up, and I feel like that might have been my downfall. Just to say that. So don't share your goals with people. Just do them. Try and get there. And lock them up in your head and keep them in the back of your head. So if you can do that still, make sure that you can do that. That's my tip and advice to you. Peace out. Thank you again, YouTube. See you in the next one. I wanted to end it with a smile. Because I don't feel good, remember? That was the point of the video. See? I did it.